What's up? Welcome to Better Man. My name is Gabe and this channel is all about helping young men along the roads of their self-improvement journey. So I'm just going on a nice evening walk right now, and I was thinking to myself, really every moment of our lives we are being sold something. And that's messaging from social media, from the people around us, from what we read, what we consume, what we watch, what we listen to, all these things. And specifically in the space of self-improvement, in the space of entrepreneurship, I was thinking about a lot of the messaging that has become really common. And I wanted to talk about it a little bit because I think there's a lot of really damaging messaging that can affect our mindsets, our dispositions, how happy we are in a negative way. So let me expound on that. I see, people like Iman Gadzhi, for instance, right? And this guy, he puts out, at least he used to. I don't know if he still puts out good content. I just can't speak on that. He used to put out good content, good information. Seems like a legit guy who really built, a successful business and created himself from nothing. Awesome. But one thing that I saw starting with him, and now that a lot of other people follow, is these things like, you need to have a Lamborghini and $1 million by the time you're 25 or whatever. I think it was specifically this one YouTuber, like Sebastian something. He's associated with Iman Gadzhi, but I saw like some clip where he said like something along the lines of essentially, if you don't have a Lamborghini and $1 million by the time you're 25, you're a failure, or something like that. And I get where all this is coming from, right? Like it's coming from a place of these guys took advantage of the internet. There's so much information out there, and there's really no excuses in today's day and age. Like this is a day of so much resources, and if you really want to be successful, you can accomplish that. Like don't set limits on yourself. But I think like the messaging that a lot of people get from it, which is unhelpful, is they're promoting these things like, okay, your self-worth is based on your monetary success, how much you've achieved at this young age, right? And I just don't agree with that. I think that, your self-worth shouldn't be derived from how much money you have in the bank and, do you have a six-pack? Like all these things which are becoming really popular in the space of like, what is a high-value man? And like talking about, a high-value man has money, has an abundance of women, like all these things. Yeah, I agree with that to an extent. And financial success, I think, is important. But that doesn't make you who you are. What makes you who you are is your values. Like, do you value, honesty? Do you value the respect of others? And then do you live out these values? So I just think that's important to think about, because with the messaging out nowadays, like it's so easy to get discouraged looking at these young guys who are millionaires and being like, fuck, I'm not one of them. Like I'm failing. But if you step outside of that and you really think to yourself, am I failing? You just realize like we're so young. Like if you're in your 20s or your 30s, you're young. You have so much life ahead of you. And the sheer fact that you are on this journey of self-improvement, trying to improve yourself, getting better, I mean, you're so much farther along than so many people are. And it's not to say like get complacent, be like, oh yeah, I'm better than a lot of people, so that's really all that matters. Who cares if I'm not achieving my goals? Like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying give yourself credit, because for me, I've been able to be successful as an early entrepreneur, building my service business, personal training business. I've been able to be successful doing that in a place where I was like constantly feeling like I wasn't enough. And I think that, there was power in that like hunger that I had. But at the same time, now that I'm, at a point where that business is established and I can make a good living off of it, I'm so much happier now that in the recent month or so, I just let myself like relax a little bit. I realized, okay, I'm still going to work hard. I'm still going to work towards all my goals, but let me step back for a second. Like maybe if I slow my work rate down a little bit, it'll take me a year instead of 6 months, or 2 years instead of 9 months to get to my goal. But I'm okay with that because I can live a more balanced life and it makes me happier. And that's like a really huge thing that a lot of people don't talk about, is like How are you feeling? Are you happy? Do you have, close relationships? Like, it's so easy to just get caught up in the financial success part of it. And yeah, like, it's so easy. I've been there. Everyone's been there. And again, I'm not saying like we shouldn't work really hard to achieve these things and make sacrifices in our life. And of course, there's seasons where you're going to be grinding more. There's seasons where you can relax and enjoy and reap your rewards. But guys, just realize that we're constantly being sold something. And oftentimes the reason people are telling us you need to be like this, you need to be like that, is because it fits the content that they're making. It fits what they're selling. And, like, most people aren't altruistic. Most people have agendas. So just be aware of that. And when you take in these messages, like, see if you really resonate with it. Don't just accept it because you feel like that's just what you're supposed to do because society tells you that or other people tell you that. And, for me, one thing that's allowed my mind to open and allowed me to be more critical about those things recently is just reading more, taking in more contradictory viewpoints, talking to people who don't necessarily believe the same things as you, and ultimately sitting with yourself and seeing how you feel when you implement these different things in your lives. So guys, I hope I wasn't rambling too much. I hope this video is helpful for you all. I just wanted to come on here because I just really felt like this is an important thing to share because I get in that trap, and I'm assuming a lot of you guys out there do as well. So thank you so much for watching. I'm going to keep pumping out content consistently to try to help you guys along your self-improvement journey. If you like the video, please subscribe. It helps a lot. Like the video, comment if you have a question, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.